And now the moment Dave has been waiting for. The hype is
Oh,
absolutely
wait, don't put that.
100% real.
Don't you see? You just did it. You just did exactly what the fucking dude who made the Fupa flyer did. Okay, you just looped me in to something that ain't got fucking shit to do with me. Just because it's fucking games. Get out of here, dude.
No, it's not about the fact that it's games. It's the fact that every the minute I brought this up, you just rolled your eyes. Like
Right.
the minute that this, it's got nothing to do with this being a video game conversation. The reason why I put this specifically in the main event slot, and this is the
Mm.
main conversation of discourse, is because I personally feel like there's more feelings being hurt than actual bad business. I feel like there's
I'll let you explain what's happening first before I jump off a bridge here.
well, the only thing that really needs to be described here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put it up because I don't want everybody to sit here and look at me like I'm some sort of an idiot, right? This is the situation here, and I'll take this hide button down for just a second so that everybody can see what this says here. So this was a release here by Sony and Sid Schumann here. He's the senior director in Sony Interactive Entertainment Content Communications. He's the ECC over at Sony. So the headline, obviously, in response to shifting trends and consumer preferences, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. As consumers' preferences and the broader entertainment industry continue to shift away from physical disc to digital, physical game disc production for all new games releasing on PlayStation consoles will be discontinued starting January 2028. Following this date, new games will be available on PlayStation Store and at retailers in digital formats only. This transition has no impact on games that are already released or will be releasing prior to January 2028 in disc format. This is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical discs. The
Yep.
transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today.
Yep.
We'll continue to prioritize our resources to drive innovation in how players can access games and provide choices as to where players prefer to purchase new games, whether that's at retailers or PlayStation Store. We remain committed to delivering a world-class gaming experience to our fans, and we thank you for the continued support. And that last line that you can't see because of my ticker just says, for important updates on PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita announced today, please click here. So that's basically the run of the mill, the rundown right there, the whole
Mm.
roll of what's going down.
Yep.
The physical aspect of games will be
Yes.
disappearing as of January 28th. We are still going to have the cases in retail stores, but it'll just basically be a code inside the actual box. Can I just say, as a novice of the
I felt. Why do I feel like I know exactly what the fuck you're about to ask? Go ahead, ask
oh,
it.
I'm not going to ask anything. I'm not going to
Oh,
ask a
okay,
question. I'm not
okay.
going to ask a
No.
question. I'm going to make a statement here. And maybe I'm wrong because every form of entertainment has its own kind of select fan base, right?
Sure, sure,
They all
sure.
have their own little traditions and their own little things that they have to, that they do. But I don't entirely think that this is a wrong decision to make. Now, I've seen the videos, right? I can't believe they're doing this. You don't own anything. You're not going to be able to own the game anymore. I get that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But aren't we kind of already there? I experienced something like this recently, right? Me and my wife, we do our own taxes. We buy TurboTax. Every year, I go to the Staples, I get the TurboTax box, I open the box, there's a disc in the box, right? I
Why do
take
you
the
do that?
disc. Why do we do that?
Yeah,
Doing it
you're
since like 20.
I think you kind of like, I don't know, maybe. I think you kind of exposed yourself here a little bit. Why do you do that?
Because that's the way that we've been doing it for years. We haven't changed it, but we've been forced to change. We don't do it that way anymore.
How much was the box?
I don't know, like $60.
And does that? Well, okay. Well, hold on. Does that mean like when like you don't pay anything after you file?
No,
because you bought the box.
$60. I get the. And the only reason why it's 60 is because this particular box is the deluxe, so it has the state. I mean, it has the federal and the state.
Sure. But right. but so basically, you're paying up front, and then when the tax is done, you're good. Whereas if you do it online, there's a fee that you have to pay when your taxes are done.
No, I don't think. I think the online for TurboTax is the same as this. The problem with us is that we're old, and when we started this, there was no online.
I tried to shit you some bail.
No. Let's call it like we see it here.
All right, good enough.
My wife and I are creatures of habit. If it works, we do it.
God damn.
When we started with TurboTax, they didn't have an online option.
That's
over
fair.
Time,
you had to go. You had to go to the office.
You had to go to the thing to get the disc.
That's fair.
When they offered the online service, right? I tried to jump on the wave.
Mm-hmm.
I went. I did it 1 year, and when I did it, we did something wrong, so we ended up having to fix it. It was an easy fix, but you know how my wife is. It doesn't take a pattern to develop. If something went wrong, fuck it. We're going back to the way we did it before, where it didn't go wrong.
Especially if you just had a run with everything being fine, and then you try something
several years
dead in the water,
and that's it, right? So here's the problem. It's the TurboTax Online is a subscription service. That means you pay one time, and you get it for the year, or whatever, right? And it auto pays. So when we decided we weren't going to do it anymore, I went into the account and I canceled the subscription. I had a receipt for it and everything. I canceled the subscription. Come April the following year, they charged me again for it. So we called, we complained. They gave us the money back. I said, "Is it canceled?" They said, "Yes." Mind you, the following year we bought a disc. So I was out double, right? So they gave me the money back. The following year, they did it to me again. They hit me a second time. So I was like, nope, that's it. We canceled the card. Like we disputed it. Disputed it, and we got our money back again.
And then you got a new card.
And then we just said, fuck it. And we got a whole new card. We cut that card completely to death.
That makes sense.
The following year, they started sending me a barrage of emails saying that they couldn't process my card. I have TurboTax blocked in my email. They're blocked. So, no, it didn't happen again. But we still had to change, which leads me to my PlayStation point. We used to get the box that had the disc in it. Then one day, a few years back, I bought the box. And I opened up the boxes so we could do our taxes. No disc. I bugged the fuck out. I said, I know this bitch did not just give me an empty box. So I brought the box back to Staples.
Oh my God, you didn't fucking read?
I didn't see a disc. I didn't see a disc. So
what is this shit? What is this piece of paper? Blah, blah, blah. Where's my disc?
There's a code on the actual inside of the box.
There's no floppy in this.
And then what happens is you go to the website and you download the program like you would any other program, where you go like iTunes or whatever. You click download here. You download the program. You install the program. When you install the program, it asks for the code in the box. Give it the code. Now you have access to TurboTax. But I didn't know that at the time. I just saw an empty fucking box. And when I tell you I went to that Staples and crashed the fuck out, only for them to be like, the code is in the box. All right? It's a whole other bag of shit, right?
Oh,
so we ended up doing everything normal. But now every year we get a code. They still sell the box. We've eliminated the box because
you know why they sell the box still?
for the same reason.
Motherfuckers like you.
Yes. But that's my point to this conversation, right?
Fair enough.
The only reason they're not fully online and just eliminating the box altogether is because they know that assholes like me want to go to the store and hold a fucking box in my hand.
Yeah.
But they're not going to produce a fucking disc. So they put the code in the box for you to go to the PlayStation store. So
where are you putting the disc?
Me? The TurboTax disc?
No, I'm asking just in general. Where are you putting the disc? Like, if I'm not mistaken, PlayStation 5, like, didn't you have to like pay extra to get a disc slot? Didn't it come without a disc slot?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that.
I'm almost certain.
I ran into that problem years down the line with TurboTax because laptops all of a sudden stopped coming with disk drives in it.
Yeah.
So I had to get an external drive that I plug in, which is hilarious because nothing comes in disc form anymore. So the only time I blow that bitch out of the closet is tax season. That's it. That's when you know that it's time to do. When Dad's got the external out, it's time to do taxes.
It's tax season, baby. Let's go.
I feel like this analogy is working very well with the PlayStation conversation because, like you just said, they've been steering you towards getting away from the disc for a long fucking time.
I distinctively remember being in Laurelton Village and pulling in to that apartment, listening to outrage. I forget who made the comment, but someone made the comment that we were going down this route, and that I think it was like one of those stupid CEOs. You could tell he was fucking tilted and annoyed of hearing the bullshit, and literally just said straight up, at some point you're gonna have to get comfortable with the fact that you're not gonna own your games anymore. I remember something along those lines, and people lost their shit. Eventually, apparently, they shut their mouths, but they didn't stop the process. So it's to the point where to me, the only people really raging about this are two different people. One, collectors.
Yeah, I get that.
Shout out to you guys, because this is going to make any collection you have actually worth something. Like, a lot.
This helps to a degree.
A lot. And two, the people who are on that side of we don't own anything, the government's trying to take over, or trying to like control everything, which they probably are. Like, multiple things can be true at the same time. You know what I mean? But my point is that we already go down this road. I'm part of the problem. I don't want to be bothered with having to go to a GameStop anymore to look through the games. Like, I don't want to do that.
My son's 11. He hates it now.
I don't want to do that. The joy of that is over. Do you know where I get that joy now? Steam. Do you know where Steam is? On my fucking computer. Do you know that me and my two other buddies will stream our Steams as we all watch each other search the same damn screen? And we'll just be like, it's a stupid thing we'll do. We'll just fucking scroll, and I can see their screens on Discord, and they can see mine, and we'll just look up random shit, and the game, pretty much, you can call it "Don't You Want to Play?" and it'll be the stupidest fucking thing you've ever seen, and we'll send links to each other. So, like, that's the new browsing experience.
Yeah,
I'm not going to GameStop. I don't desire to own a disc. I don't have a bookshelf. I don't have a console for it. I don't actually, now that I fucking think about it, I don't know why this just occurred to me. There is no disc drive in my computer. I have nowhere to put it.
That's true. I just said that about my laptop.
I have a tower. It just hit. Like, that's the point. It's like it's not even in my brain to the point where it's like it's not even. I guess the best way. It's not even common knowledge anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I had to like realize, oh shit, I don't have one. So
yeah,
I get it. I get why people are upset, but this is people jumping on it.
Allow me to counter argument, because I understand the whole you'll never own your games. You don't own the games. And I understand that logic.
I get it.
I get it. I do get it. But I also feel like I read the headline, and every time I read a headline from any high-level executive anywhere, I always just associate it to bullshit, because you just know that some PR kid from somewhere wrote that bullshit headline and the whole article. Sid Schumann did not write this fucking announcement. Some asshole.
No, they brainstormed in a room, and the person who takes notes gave it to the fucking person who makes the posts.
Yeah, and then they gave it to Sid to read over, and he okayed it, and they put it out there. But the headline is, in response to shifting trends and consumer preferences, new games will be released on PlayStation Store and at realtors in digital formats only. Shifting trends and consumer preferences.
Yeah. They have
the biggest consumer of music right now is Spotify.
Is it?
You don't own any. That's what my fucking algorithm on my.
I'm not questioning you. I'm just like, I don't use Spotify, so like,
but that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Spotify is the biggest format right now as far as trends go that people get their music from. Completely licensed. You can't download shit from Spotify. You can only listen to it. It's an online radio, essentially. Right?
You can do an offline mode, but even then,
yeah,
you don't own Spotify. You don't own it.
You don't have it, right? So when you have a Netflix subscription or a Amazon Prime Video or a fucking HBO Max, you pay the subscription, you get access to the movies until the movies aren't fucking there anymore, and then you just move on and find something else. We're kind of already in that world. It's already kind of happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are people like me and people like I have many peers who find little unique ways to get their hands on certain copies of certain things.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the norm anymore. It really isn't. I really do believe in the ideology that there are new trends in the world today that Sony's trying. If anything, if you really think about it, Sony's kind of behind the 8 ball on this. With all of the other opportunities that these companies are creating as far as licensing and not giving you physical copies or not even physical copies. There are programs and apps that are giving you these access to this entertainment without the option of even getting digital copies of it. You have to like be tricky in trying to figure out how you would be able to get certain MP3 modes, or because that's another thing too. You know how much of a fit people threw when we didn't have CDs anymore? Do you know how bad the music industry got hit when we went to digital MP3 formats? To this day, like Snoop Dogg, Taylor Swift, they're anti-Spotify. Because the people who made the music aren't getting paid for the music the way they used to be paid, because we don't have the physical copies anymore. Yep. And it hadn't changed. It hasn't changed the market at all. We still went down that path. Because at the end of the day, this right here became the greatest asset in human history. I've said it 1,000 times. I'll say it again. If I can get it on here, I don't need it anywhere else.
Nope.
That's it. That's it.
For the average person, that is 100% the truth.
That's what I'm saying. If you're a hardcore person in any direction, like I knew a guy who, this is legitimately true, didn't want to listen to music unless it was on a vinyl record. There was like something about it being on a vinyl that was just like the sound.
There's a difference.
and he loved the collection aspect with the final
Sure.
folders and stuff like that.
Absolutely. Yep.
There are movie purists who they won't buy anything less than a Blu-ray. Right? I gotta get everything. I can't just have the DVD version. I gotta have it on Blu-ray. Even when the PlayStation Store got rid of those movies recently, like 500 movies they lost the licenses to. Everyone freaked out. That's why I buy the Blu-ray. That's why I have the physical disc in my house. Get the whole. We're already kind of there. The only thing is that it's now dipping into the gaming world, and that's kind of affecting people. Now people are eyeing that GTA 6 announcement a lot differently now. I saw that one video where the guy was like, GTX is only doing digital. It's like, oh, really? And then Sony goes, yeah, we're not doing anything physical after 2028. Like, no. GTA, did you know? It's like, what? No. It's like, no, don't bullshit me. Did you know, Rockstar? Did you know? Yes. Yes, we knew. It's like, God damn it. Why would you betray me like this? I thought you said there'd be physical copies in December. No, it's just going to be a box with a code in it. There it is. And there's one kid, I swear to God, there's one kid. He was on this, it was a kid, teenager, had to be, right? He goes, all right, PC players, Mr. and Mrs. Our gaming system is more superior than everybody else. What are you going to do when GTA 6 drops? And then somebody who stitched it was like, not play it. I probably won't be playing it. Not because I have anything against GTA 6, but I just like playing games on PC. So if it's not available for PC, I'm probably just not going to play.
Not buying a console for it. I will wait.
But that's my point. Like,
I personally am not playing it at all, but I can imagine people will just fucking wait. Trust me, there is a plethora of games to play.
Am I wrong? Did PC players already enter this realm before it got to the consoles? Because, like you said, how many?
You know what's funny? Maybe that's why I feel the way that I feel. Because I've been a PC player for so. I just assumed console people did the same thing. I mean, they have PlayStation Store and all that. I just assume, that they also just digitally downloaded all their shit. But I'm feeling like that may not be the case. Yeah, I feel like. Wait a minute. Are console players going to GameStop still and buying game? Fucking
I have been to
that's
GameStop.
Nasty.
I have been to GameStop 3 times in the last few weeks. And the only reason I went is because Alex got gifted GameStop gift cards. One was for graduation, one was for a report card.
Okay,
I forgot what the third one was. Now, mind you, he was gifted these cards by people who are older and do not game. So I guess they figured GameStop is still a thing.
Yeah, but can't you still use that on
online?
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think you can, but I think Alex wanted to go to the store.
That's fine. He's young. He wants to do. That's fine. That's
after the third time.
This is ass.
He didn't buy anything. He goes, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
This is terrible.
He said, I'm just going to wait for a game to come out that I really want to play and just use it online. He's 11. And that leads me to my final point in all this. I think the people who really give a shit about the hard copies are my generation of people. The ones who grew up with the idea.
Some of mine too.
I saw a lot of video clips of people who are saying that Sony's announcement now ruins this, and it's a video of all those kids who used to wait online for the game release, and they're at Toys R Us playing the game on the console, and they're getting the game box for Christmas. They unwrap the game. Oh my god, I got the game!
Remember when I sent you a video about a guy talking about the kids today don't get a chance to play, or I'm sorry, the wrestling, they don't see the Batistas, they don't say like who they get to mimic and all that stuff, and you told me they have plenty. Like that guy clearly is not around the youth because they have their own shit that they do. You're right. They don't have to sit outside in the freezing cold and rain to wait for a game to release at midnight, even though you can fucking see the stack of them right there.
Yeah.
Just open the door. Let's go home, right? They don't have to do that. You know what they're doing instead? They're fucking still 12 o'clock at night, but they're warm in their pajamas or their lack thereof. They got their Tostitos and Mountain Dew already on chill. The desk is ready. They're on Discord. They're on Discord watching shit with their friends, laughing and having fun. And then when it drops and the game and you can't connect to it, they inevitably fall asleep, and wake up the next morning and play. And they did that shit all from the comfort of their motherfucking home. So yeah, show that video to a youth today, and he's gonna be like, "That shit looks terrible. I don't want to fucking sit outside in the elements. That's crazy."
You know what? I have a question. Between Discord, Twitch in its heyday, Kick, YouTube obviously has a lot of videos. I know as a performer myself, before I go to a wrestling show that I'm about to work at, I have a habit of putting on shit that I know that I like, so I can get all revved up and in the headspace before I get to the show. I'll watch wrestling, listen to wrestling, whatever the case may be. Is that something that maybe I'm just curious that gamers do? Do you guys watch some real sick shit and just go, "Oh fuck, nah, I'm about to get on right now"? So that's it. Nah.
Of course, I think everyone has that experience with fucking everything, right? Like if you're playing an MMO, like back in the day when you played an MMO and expansion was coming out, I mean, you're playing that bitch every day until it comes out. Still to this day, like in WoW, when they release their expansions, I mean, you're preparing for the expansion. Like that's supposed to be. I mean, it probably doesn't feel as good as back in the day, but that's the hype moment. You know, you're watching stuff, you're watching videos, or a new game coming out, or a new sports game. Like those moments are. That's just one thing I'm starting to realize, right? Because I used to sit in nostalgia a lot too and feel like, damn it. And I still have those moments where I'll see something. I forget where it happened recently, but I saw something that was, like even right now I'm playing Final Fantasy X. And it's giving me a lot of nostalgia playing it. I had no business. There was so many things in this game that I like went right over my head as a kid. So playing it today almost kind of like felt like for the first time, because I kind of understood the dialogue as an adult. I kind of know what they're saying. There were a few jokes in there that I was like, there's no way I would have understood that as a fucking 60-year-old kid. But those moments of like nostalgia and the way things were before, they're awesome to us. But I don't know if this is a hot take, but more than half the shit they have today as a young kid is just better. It's just fucking better.
Can you imagine a fully functioning Steam in like the late 90s?
Dude.
Nobody would have been at the store.
Dude.
They would have all been in the house.
Streaming, like, don't get me wrong, like it existed in its very infancy, and there were people doing it, but I didn't know anything about streaming when people knew about streaming. I didn't know about any of that stuff. You kidding me? All the fucking hours I put into 11 streaming that stuff. Like there was a lot of games that were popular back in the day that aren't really streamed anymore that I think would have been awesome games to like stream. But to my point, like it's just arguably better. Nostalgia feels nice, but if you're not the one with the nostalgia, it just looks fucking stupid. So to the point of our original topic, you ask you, the TurboTax guy from Staples. Yeah, it makes sense that some people are going to feel like, oh, this sucks. Or if you're a doomer, you go the other way where it doesn't really have anything to do with games. It's more of like a control thing. I get that. It's all valid. Show this to your son. And to him, that's I don't want to do that. Like, I don't care. Fine, whatever. I'll just download it. I don't give a shit. I'm in the house already. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to GameStop.
My son has grown up with both options. Where it's like, if he doesn't find it online, he checks the store. If it's not the store, it's online. It's either or. He doesn't really he's not tied to any of the two. So when he found out no physical game, he went, okay.
fine.
He just shrugged. He was like, all right.
That's when he
The
looked
only
at you and was like, hey, can we check out this hard copy thing before it goes away, please?
Yeah.
I want to experience it.
Yeah. The only thing he was concerned about, he was like, so what does that mean for storage? Right? So like now, if all that I can do is download the games,
That good old cloud, baby.
yeah, how the hell am I supposed to get all these games on the same goddamn system? I'm like, oh my god. Strong argument.
It's
Strong
right.
point.
He knows how to program. He'll learn about storage space sooner or later.
You know, I have a Steam account. I should look some shit up.
What the fuck are you looking up?
I don't know. Whatever speaks to me. I don't know.
All right.
Well, as soon as he's
boot that bitch up and start scrolling, and you'll just be like, okay, I get it.
I got like 3 more weeks of school, and then I'm gonna be straight for like a full month, and I'm looking to bug the fuck out.
Yeah, so I don't think playing a video game I'd see you as that's your bugging out.
Quote unquote.
No, I don't think you're gonna bug out on a game, but go ahead, dude. It's fun to scroll, see all kinds of crazy shit.
Scroll. Maybe I'll watch you guys' Discords and see what kind of shit y'all got boasting up on there.
Hey man, that shit get wild over there.
Yeah, wild over here.
This shit gets wild over there.
Good shit. All right.